Look, everybody, I brought a guest, Peppermint Larry.
What's up, everybody on HD? Tony brought our old friend and our dear favorite Sahara, the Sub-Zero. Yeah, Sub-Zero. I had to think about it for a minute. There's like a million Saharas. Tons and tons of options, by the way. But this is the Sub-Zero, the red one, which, to we understand, it may not be around for that much longer. So if you like the way this one looks, you might want to grab it now. But we are using him and a Vortex Bowl to do another shisha review for you today.
Oh yeah, and by the way, the red one, if you really like the red, it is discounted right now, I do believe.
Yeah, you're getting 10% off on this red base as well as several others to the regular price. So if you are looking for a better deal for something like this and you don't mind the red and white, in fact, we actually kind of like it, go over to Sahara Smoke and try to pick that one up. But as for today, Long Island iced tea.
Yay!
Trying out another one of the fantastic Hookah Freak line. For those of you who don't know, or for those of you who aren't able to know at the moment, Long Island iced teas pretty much consist of gin, vodka, rum, and tequila, as well as a splash of Coca-Cola, and depending on personal taste, you could also add a little bit of, say, lime juice to it, grenadine. Triple sec is also a normal ingredient. So there is, it's pretty much a drink about everything, and they're legendary for their ability to absolutely screw people up. As far as how this stuff is sliced...
Don't drop it on the laptop.
I'm not going to drop it on the laptop. Anywho, very, very, very finely shredded, as you can see. Typical with your Hookah Freak and Hookah tobaccos. As far as the moisture, again, a little bit of a oil and water base to it. I actually kind of like it because, again, it's extremely easy to clean up on afterwards when you're done. The smell on this stuff initially, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I thought Long Island iced tea, for any of you who have seen my previous videos, my complaints about alcoholic shishas is that it's just, you know, it's like you're drinking grain alcohol while smoking it. You know, it's just harsh and there's so much bitterness underneath all of it. This, on the other hand, I was really afraid because you have 4 different kinds of liquor at this point that are supposed to be involved in this. So, I was a little bit worried at first, but I'm not going to lie, this one, when you first open it, you just get hit in the face with just a little bit of cola, very, very subtle underneath, you can smell it, some strong lemon, some lime, maybe a little bit of grenadine in there, and the alcohols are separate, which I like. I do. I mean, it adds a certain... I mean, it does make it a little bit on the more fruity side, but some people like their Long Islands like that. And truthfully, Long Island iced teas taste great, but you really don't remember after the first 2 anyway. As far as how it's smoking, well, Tony, that's what you've been doing for the last 10 minutes. This guy's... this thing's going great. I mean, for Hookah Freak...
And we're using a Vortex Bowl.
I mean, Hookah Freak does well. Some of the blends are awesome. And we are using a Vortex, but even by our standards...
You might want to scoot over. So the hose isn't in your face there, dumbass.
Good catch. But as you can see by the fog gently rolling off of my coffee table, this stuff is doing way, way, way above what we normally expect. Hookah Freak can make some nice clouds. I'm not disputing that. But... this stuff is actually doing extremely, extremely well. It's giant, giant clouds that are coming off. Tony was doing a newer foil pattern for the Vortex that he was trying out. And maybe it's just that, but this stuff, in terms of cloud size, is fantastic. Now, as far as how it's smoking, I mentioned that lemon and lime influence to you there a little bit ago. Some people who like straight-up, you know, alcohol flavors, your apple martinis and such, they're not going to appreciate this one because they're going to say, well, you really can't taste things like the vodka very much, the gin influence, the tequila. Well, okay, I can see that. I mean, admittedly, when you smoke this stuff, you get a very, very nice lemon flavor, a little bit of cola in there, just a splash, though, not very much, exactly as it's done in the drink recipe. But the alcohol flavors don't come out as much. Some people, again, the purists on alcoholic shishas would say that this is a drawback. Personally, if I'm going to have a drink, I'm going to have an actual drink made for myself. I'm not going to try to smoke it out of my hookah. That's just me. If I want an apple martini, I'll make an apple martini. But again, if you're looking for a little bit of a straight up alcohol taste, you're not going to get it out of this one, but you will get a very, very, very smooth shisha. Again, the strong lemon influence is in there with some lime, but the alcohol itself, you really can't get that much off of. What do you think?
Tasty. Damn it, I was going to take a drink. But, anyways, smokes very well. The clouds have diminished a little bit because I'm doing the coal dance from burning it. Because I've been without windscreen at my house, so I've got used to using a ton more heat, which can burn faster, but, with one person smoking, doesn't happen that much. With two, on the other hand, it tends to get a little hot, so I gotta do the coal dance a bunch. But it's not the shisha's fault. It's just iron lung and dumbass. But anyways.
Yeah, iron lung, and that's Darth dumbass. But anyway,
Darth dumbass. Darth Redface, damn it.
Anyway, this is a nice blend. It really does have a very nice, pleasant, fruity flavor to it. A little bit of cola. It tastes a lot like the mixing agents of Long Island iced tea, with a very, very slight amount of some Jamaican rum in there, and possibly something that resembles a vodka. But again, it's not exactly 100% precise to the flavor of a Long Island iced tea. But it is a really nice smoke. It is fantastic if you're going to be having a group of people over, because this stuff will go forever in a full vortex.
Yeah.
And again, cloud size is really, really nice. So, there's no drawbacks to this one outside of its authenticity. For that reason, and only because it doesn't 100% match a Long Island, in every other way I love this shisha, I'm going to go with an 8. I think that's well-deserved because it meets all of the criteria to be a great shisha, except it's a little off with the flavor. That's all. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that you can say is a negative about this, and it's not a negative. The flavor that is here is great.
Yes, and the other reason, it got 1 point knocked off for that, because I would also give it an 8. And the 1 point that goes with every hookah freak and hookah is that it is easily burned. But I mean, you can't really help that with a drier, fine cut shisha. But hey, it is a great smoke.
Yeah, I mean, I really recommend picking this one up if you're going to get an order of Hookah Freak anytime soon. But we must be off because we have some last-minute holiday shit that I have to take care of, truthfully speaking.
And I got some smoking to do because I packed the full vortex.
Yeah, we got some time on our hands. So we will catch you guys on the flip side. Happy holidays from myself and Captain Baldass. And we will catch you guys on the forum. Stay tuned for more and check us out on hookahdomain.com.
Way to knock it off.
That was smooth, though.
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
Bye-bye, y'all.